Nah. Vlogmas day 6. I had $20 when I woke up, so I went to Walmart. I bought a new do-rag. I went to the casino. I lost $5. I went to another machine. I lost $5. I accidentally max betted it, a quarter machine. Then I won 90 credits. I was super happy. I was at $30 off of this third 5. I was like, I'm gonna win, man. Long story short, 2 seconds later, it was gone. I left the casino with like $1. I came home to the house. I grabbed a handful of change that I've been saving. I went and bought a Pepsi. And I got an energy drink. I sat in the car and listened to YouTube videos, music. I sat out there for like 30 minutes. I was like, well, my stereo's broke. There's nothing I could do. I like rewired it, thinking it might be a electrical error associated with the ignition, how the stereo wire goes to it. So I tried hardwiring from the battery and the toggle so the stereo wouldn't act weird. It didn't work. What? Didn't? It didn't. I have fun. It's Vlogmas Day 6. I don't want to go too much in detail about weird stuff. I've been sit out in the shop because I don't smoke in the house. And then I get up and I go to the house and I smoke. So, being like self-awareness. I quit smoking in the house, or trying to. Being like, I got a can of Glade and I spray it. I sat out in the car looking at my lowrider, and all day yesterday was F the lowrider, buy some land, build your own crap, build your own shop on it. Then I sat in my car all day. When I got home, listened to YouTube music, looking at it. I'm so mad. I want a shop. My own shop. and I don't know, right? Well, giggly a bit about it, excited but not. For real, I'm gonna figure something out some way. Normal guy crap. I'm headed back to the house. I'm gonna unplug the heater and the other heater. That one I put in my bedroom. I don't got a lot going on right now. Just sit around. Just look at your face. So then somebody like think of my face while sitting here. It helps. It was still daylight, and I started to. I got a whole bunch of boxes stacked up inside the Buick. I started to unload them. I got a weird feeling about it, so I don't know what to do. I'm just like hoping it works out. And last night, sitting in the shop talking, like verbalizing thought process, sort of reminding myself of personal goals. What do I really want? Stuff like that. It's getting closer to New Year's resolution stuff. And laughing at time frames when I talk to friends about those things. And I kind of give myself a speech without recording, talking to myself. Just for the sake of hearing it. And then afterwards, kind of a little bit retrospect, reflection. Deciding personally for reals or not for reals. I think it's been a positive experience. Making me a better person. Hold on a second. Look, there's a Chevy thing. I want to smoke a cigarette. I don't want to exercise. Right now my body's like, eat food, build, be fat and be merry. Yes. And that's sort of how I kind of feel. Like it stretches my body out a bit. Makes me feel a lot better. Shop ain't bad. Sit back like about fucking time. Shots. But sitting in it, thinking about how the other shop and wild ideas of architecture. It instilled that idea about having my own stuff without any weird, no, I don't want it painted black. I don't want it painted blue or purple or pink or whatever, decorating. So I kind of decided, like, I don't think I'm going to fix this shop up for a while. And my goal for the next year, purchasing a lot of land somewhere, acre or two, buildable, no restrictions, middle of nowhere. And I'm gonna call a concrete company. They're like, he just framed his house. I'm like, no, I didn't. That's the forms for my giant tower. That's sort of how I feel about it. And then being like, it forces me personally into a reality. Like, you got like your disability check. Yeah. How much? Like, that ain't the point. Listen, you ain't building a fucking Empire State Building, Kurt. I'm like, okay. But a decent home. It forces me into a bit of reality, kind of pretending grandiosely, and it cheers me up. I'm optimistic. Personally, I'm excited about my body getting ready to sit up. I feel like I'm at a nightclub and about to throw down on a particular level, but I'm not. I'm like ready to jump up and make that effort, because it's like leaning back. I'm already making the effort, except for, yeah, not really, except for I'm like right at like, yeah, and it's cheered me up personally by like weird like stress associated with, and being like, I feel like I've committed to that's what I really want to do. And I totally convinced myself on a personal level that just the act of trying to do that would in fact be an adventure. Just like riding a bike over a freaking mountain, or riding super bikes or motorcycles, or cruising around in a town you've never been to show off the car. And I've owned homes before, but they're all lots of land that already had a house. On a personal level, the adventure that I'm excited about is a lot of land, and for real, being like, how, like, you go to the town, wherever the land is, there's obviously a town somewhere around it. It's like 100 miles, but hey. Portable buildings, how much are those ones? I'm for real. And then I'll just move all my shiz into the portable building. And for real, be like, 6 months later, saved up money, pouring foundation. Stuff like that. Maybe 6 months or a year of saving money and put down the down payment to have one built, but it'd be the same thing as building it. So personal goals in life, I don't want to lie, I want a home and a garage that on a personal level here where I've been living, I can't, there's not enough room. Or if they see my car upside down on like braces and jigs and stuff, they're gonna freak out. And somewhere that's how I really feel. Like, it took 5 years to save money for the jig or something like that, and I finally got it, and then it took a year to save the money for whatever, and then I did that. It calmed me entirely as far as stress. But that's what I kind of talked to myself about last night, where I bought a bicycle for $200, brand new, and I rode it 200 some odd miles cross country. I got back, blah blah blah, a whole bunch of weird stuff on disability, hurt, given a motorcycle, bought a motorcycle, other crap, car parts I bought that were over $200. Just the intake was $200, the distributor was $300, the carburetor was $300. And then I bought a piece of crap Malibu for $200. And it's one of the best cars I've ever owned now. And thinking that way, like, looking for land and finding land for $700 for so many acres. I could already be peeing in a porta potty somewhere every time I look at my Buick. I swear to God. And it makes me laugh. It makes me cheered up a bit. But realizing, like, what I've been kind of thinking about, mandatory operating protocols. It has to have brakes. It has to have a tire, because I smoked the other one off until wires were showing. Stuff like that. I'll make them purchases to get it to wherever. But my reality really said I'm not touching any vehicle unless it's mandatory operating practice. Like, it has to be fixed, because I'd rather be building a shop of my own somewhere. I cheered up because of it, and that's all I wanted. That feeling, verbalizing and saying it to myself, because that's like sitting there watching YouTube videos. For reals, I love the way you guys do your stuff. And somewhere on a personal level, I love architecture and photography, arts and science, however you do it. And I'm a normal person, and somewhere certain things attract me. I love the way stuff looks in the background. I love decorations. And feeling like when I do die, they're not gonna be like, "Where's Dad's whatever?" And, "Oh, I sold it." He fixed it up, but he didn't own it. Shit like that, you know. I know when I do die, my kids are gonna be like, "Ah, you got me fucked up. That shit's mine now, because he's my daddy." And Daddy'd be like, "Duh." And being honest about that makes me feel better. That's the truth. So anyways, that's sort of why I'm happy, but you know what I mean, I don't trip on it. I'll take my hat with me though. Don't tell, but Then she seen a nigga at the nightclub wearing it. Then some crazy ass nigga shot that motherfucker, took my hat back, dug me up, stuck it back in my coffin. And I tried to tell you 100 times. I don't really care about the hat. I like my lowrider. But I'm not very good at it. But I'm getting better at YouTube stuff. Ow, pop my neck. This is a lowrider bike I planned this year. Bills paid off of how I set it up and financial somewhat stability, so I could actually kind of live some type of lowrider life. This bike over here, I made a parts list on eBay, like gold 100-spoke baby Daytons with white whites, and like gold pedals and gold fenders and shiz. But I originally planned baby Dayton 21-inch with white whites and some brand new chrome ducktail fenders and some twisted spoke pedals, some twisted spoke cranks, and I'll keep my gear, pedal gear. And I found a set of handlebars that was chrome, and I was put on it with some nice little grips and a new seat. It's not a whole bunch of money, but sort of is about total about $400. And on a personal level, that's what I wanted. But then I for real looked at myself in the mirror, and I kind of like brushing my teeth. Thought to myself, $400 to fix up a bike that will look really expensive, but actually won't be. And then crazy ass niggas want to steal it and shit. And then something happened where how that little zone gets. Oh, you kicked out, but where are you gonna put your bike? I don't know, in the trunk. and I got to thinking about it, like how easy would it be out of 2 months buy the rims, because they're only $100, and then next month buy handlebars and the pedals, and then next month, or the twisted crank and the twisted pedals, and next month the little chrome leather seat, Springer seat, stuff like that, right? How hard would that be? And that's kind of how I feel about, like right now, about Malibu for $200. I could have bought it for $400 before I fixed the Buick up. And I for real feel like man, I should have bought it way back when. I could have been driving in a safer, better vehicle for the past 5 years. And I feel that way about land right now. From like my personal level, like I feel like I could have my shop built by the time it's time to get new tires on the lowrider bike. And like thinking about that stuff, sort of deciding how I'm gonna do this. Like, you should insulate the shop, and I'm like my brain just at the idea of purchase insulation. I insulated this whole shop at my grandma's house, and then promised myself, and I buy land somewhere, and it took like 6 months to save the money to, build a shop. And it's wintertime, and I'm sitting in a frozen cold ass shop without any insulation. Not a wise guy, profiteering, racketeering, weird shit. It's like being honest. I don't have to sink to their realities, their dreams of it. And somewhere it's our dreams of it. Looks nice. The family comes over and it looks good. Me and grandma get along real good. I told her, I said, it's the truth. Now, used to I felt like I lived in your backyard and shit, but now, like, right there, even before Grandpa passed away, I felt like we were roommates because it was like, okay. And then I went and worked on the car and like tinkered with stuff and cleaned the yard up, and I'd take off without telling. Normal life. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I still enjoy it. When I could feel me as at adulthood, I feel a lot better. But I put the chair in here and I put a little couch, coffee table. This is my rug I talked to myself about that I bought at Walmart. I bought like 5 of them. They were $10 a piece, but normally they're like 20. I swear to God, when I bought it, it was the biggest rug I ever seen at Walmart. When I got home, it only filled up 1/9 of the shop, and I imagined it like rolling it out, and it would like probably cover the whole shop. It's an itty bitty fucking $10 little rug. That's what I mean. Someplace laying in bed like at reality, bud. I was like, well, it's like 11 foot by 10 foot, and I was like, nah. I'm a magic carpet ride. That's personally a joke. I would buy the parts in the other shop and I'd set them right on my rug. And I was doing super good, not starting, not driving, not crashing, not scratching that Buick when I was building it the first time. Exceptional care at placement of valve covers, not to get smear marks from the new wires, or not scratching them at installing operating motor that doesn't start but sometimes does. Then I hopped in the motherfucker, went down the road, smoked the tires, and came home. And I had fun, and I felt like it was worth it. It's kind of like looking at it like you feel like, what's the point? Somewhere. The other place how I really feel now is that's what I want as far as my Buick. And I want to tell the truth to my friends. I want them to come over, look in the garage, and be like, dang. And I'll be sitting there trying to drink a beer. I know they want to kill me for it. Not the beer. Hold on, let me pull my pants up. But not ever driving it, and actually having a show car in the future. And it's like electric lynched onto the trailer if it ever does go to show. And like I die, and my kids are like, 30 grand. They're like, deal. She spends it on some bullshit, and that motherfucker drives it all over the place. I ain't really fucked up about it. But I really want to do a good job and not be like perceived as a total douche. I'm just like nephews come over at a time frame, and I say, don't touch that car. And they'll stick their hands right out, and that's why not? Because the paint's like wet. Shit. And somewhere I feel like in the future, I don't know how to verbalize. I'm optimistic about saving money, like personal level, this whole next year for my goal. And just saying that's what my goal is. I'm gonna build I found on the internet I could pour the concrete for about $2 to $4 grand depending on what kind of crap I'm gonna put in it. And it's like you got 2 foot of concrete, and it's a 40 by 30 shop. So, and that's what I was thinking. A lot of land, a lot of concrete, a lot of rebar, and a lot of unfinanced 3-car garage. I have one of those bays is home. And happy. I promise. But I let you walk with me because I decided look, like, that's what I said, I guess. Have a nice day. But I really feel like by not editing, I don't rob anybody of any, like, shit. Then he farted, and I'd be like, that must have been one of the other movies. I didn't. But I sat in the bedroom thinking, like, this is the truth of the reality at which I resided at a time frame. And, like, was partaking of. That's how it looked. I don't want to dress it up for you or nothing. Like, they come over, they said, it ain't bad, it's going to look good when you fix it up. And I'm excited and happy. I'm like, it is. I got, like, some storage shit still. I still got storage stuff in the lofters. And storage stuff down here, car parts. My Chevy heads. What's up? They're on the top. That top shelf there. And I don't know how to say, like, I feel like I'm being progressive, if that makes sense, like making it better. And because of that, it's making me really happy. Those are both of my cars right here. They're sleeping. You may not be able to see them. One's a Buick. It's right behind me somewhere. The other's a Malibu. But they run pretty good. The Buick needs a back left axle, and if I were to jump in it and try and drive down the road, the axle would actually fall out. That being the real truth. And oh, dropped my soda. Because it is the real truth. It would. Yeah. And it don't look anything like it did in the pictures before. And what upset me was actually worked hard, but not, slowly but surely, and slowly added another clean part or another new part. What upset me about the Buick was the reality where I bypassed things because I did plan on fixing it, but I was like, I could do that later, so I laid carpet in there, and I didn't fix the holes in the floor. I just left what was under there, covering them under there, and as soon as I did drive it, it went from, like, pictures of semi-immaculate, it's gonna be something nice, to a car that was full of dirt. And that's like a heartbreaker somewhere. Like, well, Doug, because that's what it was, because you went down the dirt road. And being like, well, that's what I did. Drove down the dirt road. The whole car filled with dirt, and I was like, look at my bank account. I'd be like, I got the money to get the door sills and the window sills, and I didn't buy them yet. I want to be true to me, sort of, and be like, could've, should've, would've, but didn't. That's your own fault. And I got cherished memories during time frames where I'm glad I made the decisions I made, because instead of spending money on fixing up cars a certain way or doing certain stuff. I love the memories where I got to go riding with my friend and I had the money for gas to go with him. Lately I've been sitting around making sure I don't speed. That's like not the biggest worry, but that's where I'm for real, like on the highway and it goes from 65 to 55, but you're going downhill and I'm like maintain awareness of the road. I'm a normal guy. Oh shit, and slow down to 55, slow down to 45. And if I got any money saved up, I'm not gonna tell you because I want to buy my own land somewhere. And I for real want to build my own shop or have my own shop built. And I for real want to sit there and look at my brand new can of Hot Rod Jet Black High Gloss paint. I want to just sit in my own shop and look at it. And I want to hear that voice, well, you finally made it. I'm like, almost. That's what I want. That's what my goals are. All kinds of mumbo jumbo about like what that dude is planning and thinks, and I swear to God, I don't think whoever they are actually know me. I don't care if I don't even own whatever the fuck all that shit is. I like want to sit there on the concrete and look at like in my own shop, my own can of paint, and be like, I'm glad I took care of that spray gun I got. And consecutively, progressively, continue to make myself proud about those things. I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to Christmas and the holidays. Not a lot happens. I say hi to family when they show up or when I visit them. And I am excited. I'm nervous too. Then I don't know what'll happen, right? Shit. But what am I thinking about? Oh, I was gonna let it smoke since I told myself to quit smoking in the house. If I got a Pepsi, I'm gonna drink it. This is where I sit now. I set my Samsung up there. I push play on a YouTube video and I go until it says dumb shit. And then I'm just like, yeah, and then all kinds of stuff. It's nuts. I found a lot of humor in a lot of the oh really's. And then some of those things I do love, and I'm like, God dang, like that's a science fiction story. So I think I got it somewhat almost manageable or managed a lot of things. Feeling like I don't know how to say it, I feel like mid-20s, taking hold on life and got shit is managed. And somewhere else, like, yeah, right. So, like, I maintain my balance. So I'm like, yeah, normal everyday crap. I'll show you these. That's what I was gonna do. Grandma gave me these. They say Paris. 4 men's handkerchiefs. They've like never been used or opened. Or they've never been used. They still got tape on them. They're like little handkerchiefs with from Santa Claus. It's a little weird, but she gave those to me. She found them in a box of Grandpa's stuff after he passed away. She gave me handkerchiefs. And I bought these. One's a snowman. I don't show you the other one. One of them's in the living room and I don't want to go in there. And the other's a Santa Claus. These were $1 at Dollar General. Yeah, there's Santa Claus. I don't like makes him look like he got a little space helmet on. Same as a snowman, he's pretty cool. This one, same thing, Dollar General. But it is $5. He's pretty cool. He's still playing music somewhere. That one looks pretty magical. And in a box of junk. What's this guy? I think in the future, you know how people are lowrider fucking crackheads? I'm gonna have it gold plated. This one's pretty cool. It's got a little actuator there. So whatever it used to hook to. And you'll see the little spin wheel. Ever seen that movie where he's got two knives and he's super cool and it's like Hellboy? And all the kids were like, I love Hellboy. And I was like, it's not personal, Hellboy. But I'm a knifer. And my favorite dude looks like a Nazi. Full of sand. Yeah, sand. Merry Christmas to both of you. Well, twist it up. I'll play a little tune before I go, since it's been 40 minutes of, God, this is gonna take forever to upload. Alright, I think that's as far as I can wind it. Yep. made that mess. That's all the stuff out of the shop to go through. Either way, I think that's super fucking cool. It's trash that people throw away. I was like, that's cool, I want it. You do? She asked me if I wanted it first. I said, yeah. Remember when that guy built a spaceship in Grandma's backyard? Dick. Merry Christmas, space dude. This is what it kind of looked like. We okay? Well, we're alive, aren't we? Shorts. Dad came over. He said, I bought that. What my dad said. He said he's gonna take it home with him. He's gonna, him and Isaac are gonna put motors in it, and it's a rocket. Very cool. But I found a bunch of. I was trying to show you the Christmas stuff I found behind the shop in a bucket full of water. The handkerchiefs were still in these. They were green, but they were all moldy. I washed them in the sink, and I left. I found them right at the end of October. They're just little handkerchief things, and I found this dog. It's like a Dalmatian dog or something. And this dude, which I found out he's actually pretty expensive. Finding this guy with the whole staff is a major collector item. But it's from, this one's, if it is replica collector item, whatever you're talking about, time frame, 1995 Hallmark Cards Incorporated. They get like $1,000 for it. I think in like 2050. Whatever. I carried all this stuff right back into the house. Me and Grandma, we built this. We tore down the old shop and bought the new one, that shop out there, so we could take everything out of this room. Everything that's in this room is from out of this room, except for the room didn't have a floor. They're like, it does. When it came to moving stuff out, there wasn't one. All the boxes on the bottom were sitting on the carpet that was sitting on the dirt, because the whole room fell and they didn't know. Look at it from outside, it looks a little crooked. I had to put a floor in it. I did a pretty damn good job. But after I did have it all level, the rocks actually sank. I was like, why didn't they sink before? I said, because the house wasn't sitting on them. So I jacked it up and set it down, and they sank. And I jacked it up and put more rocks and set it down, and they sank. And I jacked it up and put more rocks and set it down, and they sank. The whole room's crooked now. But the rocks are on their level. So a person probably could actually just rip the floor I put in up and level it with the beams or something. How you would make those ones lower, because that rock's sitting on a solid rock, or that board's on a solid rock. That's what the plan was. I was like, fucking, I guess. However the motherfuckers do it. I didn't give up. I just didn't mess with it anymore. I had the floor and I ended up staying in it. Then I moved to the other room. Then I moved back at the shop, and I moved back to the bedroom. Then we decided, what did we decide? Oh, we're gonna go through this stuff. This is all Grandma's stuff that sat in this room since 97 to 2015. So it was like storage, and we like from 1997, it was like to 2007's 10. So it was roughly 20 years, and that's it, you know. But there were boxes of shit from the 70s and 60s and 50s and 40s and family pictures stuff. It came down to it, a whole universe of ancient relics, actuality of reality, sewing crap, bag after bag after bag of quilting stuff. Oh, fuck. Box after box of yarn. Box after box of love novels. And like a couple cool things. And so a couple cool things was better than not any cool things. I was like, every bit's cool, but the serpent weathered staff. He said $1,000, but I don't know. This book is a bit fishy. Why? Well, step one, there's giant bugs in the back of it, and they're like, no, there's not. He tells a story about it in the future. I said, I guess, like, that'll ever happen. The serpent weathered staff. Ancient writings in the interior of it. We're just gonna look at the date. Indianapolis Publishers, New York, Bob's Mail Company. Bunch of stuff a guy didn't say that I did, because I love saying stuff. Copyright 1951. Not bad. I guess I'll read it. But the back of the book still has, say, the bug. That's like, those are scorpions. Kurt, they're not. They're serpent weathered staffs. I'm telling you, without a doubt. Okay. You won't believe me, but one's a moth. And the other's a spider, but they're squashed. But in 1951, they apparently would glue weird shit to the back of the book. And not bugs, right? Nope, not bugs. Okay. I don't know if it's a hand signature or not. But at the very end of the book it says, it is the story of the human heart under stress. And it doesn't appear to be a printed signature. But as soon as I recorded it, it is. So they can suck my balls. Shit. I got crap. That's really how I am? I think so. I found a book. Okay. we get to go through this stuff. Most of that, she plans on making a quilt out of 20-year-old fabric. One quilt square. Oh look, another spider. Another quilt square. Look, I found scorpions. Another quilt square. Look, there's 2 more spiders. That's how I feel about it. That's wrong, right? I love it. We did go through. We started going through boxes. We found like shit from when I was a kid. Shit from when my dad was a kid, like pictures. It's been like fun. Some people that crap's not fun. It's like, I need a medical mask. I can't breathe. That's how I was. I was like, but it's cool stuff. I like them handkerchiefs most that Grandma gave me. I like deciding how I'm gonna proceed on personal level. What I want somewhere is land and a house I build myself, and I'm not kidding. It sank and the whole house shifted and fucking it put a big crack in the wall and shit, but the crack was already there, but it got bigger or something. Someplace I really feel like my own house, I could just be like, God damn it, and I could kick the wall down and start over. Weirdly. And I really want to be constructive this next year on this house. First, I gotta go through all this stuff during the course of the year, and then I gotta put a roof during the time frame. Put a roof on it. Personal crap, yeah. I figured I'd help my grandma have a roof on her house, and side frames. I guess it would be random update or little clip of some land I bought somewhere. And like it's like blah blah blah. It's like the lowrider. You know what I mean? Back to reality, normal shit. And then like poured a foundation on some land I bought. That's how I kind of, I guess, chill out on stuff. I want to tell myself, like, quite honestly, I'm not as excited as I tell myself I am. But optimistically, one energy drink, and I'm hell bent, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Pretty good at total dick stuff. She got me this. The latest birthday almanac, 1995. That thing just randomly started working again. And she gave me this. This one's pretty cool. A poster of cows. Then she gave me these, which were Grandpa's woodworking plans. So like that's sort of like, I just picked up a box out of the trunk of my car that had about $10,000 worth of collector stamps and gold jewelry and like He-Man memorabilia, like the cat, antique weird shit of my own. And I picked it up out on my lowrider and I threw it in the bonfire. And I said, 1776, this bitch. I grabbed my Honda racing jacket and I threw it on there. I grabbed my Carhartts that I've already burnt 3 times and I threw them motherfuckers on there. I cleaned my car out. And then somewhere, those are Grandpa's woodworking schematics, plans. That'd be cool. It's the truth. Like, you want to be honest. Your family members, do you want those? Do you or don't you? Because someplace I'm a totally different person. It's a hobby. That sounds fun. But reality, shit, my stamps were in that box. Reality, shit. I'm a bad guy. Like, that's the truth. Accidentally burning shit. Someone pissed off, burn all of it, get rid of it. I don't need none of that stuff. And, like, grandma mad at me. Why is she mad? No, Grandma, I don't want none of it. But what I do want, I'm proud of. She gave me Grandpa Bert and Bailey's tobacco pipe. It's got tobacco in it. It's cool. But Grandpa already gave it to me before he died. She gave it to me after he died. I told Grandpa, I don't want your stinking pipe. He's like, yes, you do. I was like, no, I don't. Look, I'll smoke out of it, alright? He's like, I knew you would. Come on, honestly. He's like, now hit it. I was like, it's tobacco, chill. Dang, that's really good. He's like, you should have got it when you had the chance. I'll set it up here on the shelf in case you want to smoke out. It's alright. We hung out right after the floor was in that room, smoking out the back door. Don't tell your grandma. He hid it. Reality. I miss him, man. I could get co-stat too. I don't see him as like. I got adversely affected psych. I'm on disability. They're not dead people. They were even busy. Getting yelled at where they are. I was like, sometimes I am, I guess. This is the room I live in. I haven't painted it. I painted that other room. Put a floor in it, and we painted the other room. Laundry room. Put a floor in it. This isn't a bad room. But I catch myself stretching out and standing up straight. My shoulders start sticking back out like they're supposed to, and I for real look like a giant werewolf sometimes in it. So I kind of like bend my knees, keep my back curled. I'll be like walking around so I don't hit my head on the fan. A little bit. I'll show you one more thing that, this is something, 2 more things. He gave me this when I got here from Portland. He gave me all of it, but there's another piece but it doesn't screw to it. It's just all pole stick. But it breaks. One. Yo, cop who thinks that's a sniper rifle, you're a lying piece of shit. Fuck off. That's 2. 3. So then it's 3 pieces, see? Before I started rebuilding the Buick, it was the only thing I was going to have restored. That's one of my prized possessions. The other one I found as a kid is where my gigglebots usually come from. I was 13, we just moved to Oklahoma. There was a barn out back that was full of possums, raccoons, mice, snakes, and in the corner were boxes, and to the left were boxes, and they were full of seeds, like cattle feed, and all kinds of shit, and hay. Randomly off in the corner, either in that room or somewhere in that barn, I found this. I've had these. I'm 36. I found them when I was 13, and I moved here from Nevada, Henderson, Las Vegas, Boulder City, Henderson, Nevada. I found these when I was 13. I just randomly kept them. I've had them since then. Even through my divorce and shit. Complete home building plans, blueprints. It's called the Garland House. Garland House? Yeah. And it's got like all the crap you need. That at age 13 is when I decided I really wanted to be, because of them, sort of. I decided that's when I wanted to be an architect. And I did like sentimental weird shit, because the rats were like, the nest was inside the tube, and they didn't eat the paper. And then in the where they were sitting. It's weird. It's a great big long story associated with their existence. I like them. They're total trash. It's like a box of stamps, sort of. Oops. But somewhere else as a kid at 13 years old, and like, you guys suck. This place sucks. I'm going back to Nevada. Then I fell in love with my best friends in school, who were like, this place sucks. I'm going with you. No, I'm not. I'll get in trouble. A little realm of pretend stuff. Me as a kid at 13. I like imaginary. Freaking, like, no, in reality, my lowrider bike, my skateboard, my BMX bike, my other bikes, monster truck. I like, at age 13, I would totally go ahead and do that, but the garage would have to be slightly larger, maybe add a second story. That's when I started, like, drawing my own little house designs. And I'd sometimes look at them, but the only reason they're in any type of good shape that they are in is because I didn't. The time frames, I would just be like kind of memorization's sake. That was like my favorite book as a kid. They all golden books. I loved them. But from a time frame, that's all I really liked. So somewhere like I imagine personal life, maybe the house is different, but in the future, I would put those house plans on the mantle. And they'd be like, what the is that? And I'd be like, some ancient scrolls from some cave overseas. The military kicked my ass 7 times. You stupid folks, those are house plans. The Dead Sea Scrolls, fucking books of Book of Spiders, Book of Pharaoh, it's weird shit. Crap. It's all crap. Speaking of crap, they were explaining about getting sued for recording yourself pooping. The other one's explaining getting sued for not recording yourself pooping. And I was just like, Your Honor, last time I put a hidden camera in your bathroom, you called the feds on me. And he goes, no, that's why I'm still mad at you. I remember that. And I said, did you know I'm a different person? But we all pooped the same. And then as a kid at 13, I got yelled at. He said, stop lying. I said, what, motherfucker? And he said, you're 14. That's not the point. We all poop the same, sort of, but they have their own butts. Or something. Voice of God, US Go, FBI agents cussing me out. I'm busy trying to sell bicycles. In Oklahoma, a bicycle salesman that moved in down the road. Next. You don't understand. He's 14. So? The IRS is the IRS. You know what, bitch? Merry Christmas. No, because you called me a bitch. No, 14-year-old did. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Happy holidays. I for real gotta use the restroom. Quite a bit lately. Too much Pepsi. Take care. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. This is my Vlogmas Day 6. I swear to you, I don't have a clue what else to talk about. So, tomorrow I'll show you my favorite sitting down and smoking spots or something. It'll be fun. I'll see you later. Bye.